So today we're going to take a look at OnSlayers versus World GameStar, but before we do that, just again, quick reminder that tomorrow the new map reveal stream will be up at about 7 p.m. BST, so go into the link in the description and follow my Twitch, and then you can come and hang out and watch me play on the new map and try and figure out what agents are good on it. But yes, today we are going to take a look at OnSlayers versus World GameStar, and I'm sure you can see why, because look at the comp that they are running. It was a lot of fun to take a look at. Actually, their Icebox comp might have been even more troll than the Split comp, to be honest, running a Breach, Killjoy, Cypher, Brim, Astra on Icebox. This one might be more troll than the Split one, but the Split one was more fun with the Phoenix and the Reyna. I think overall this was a more fun comp to go and watch. And it also has one of the funniest, weirdest rounds of a pro game I think you'll ever see. So stick around for that one as well. But yeah, let's dive into this game. And so let's start with round number 2, where OnSlayers are on the attacking side, and what they're going to do is, well, they're going to go group up and go fast, as you might expect with the triple duelist. So we see here we got the Reyna flash in there early, and they're going to send the Neon stuns down here, Breach stun down there, Neon goes running in behind it, and they enter in onto the site. The Jet, the defensive side, peeks out of the smoke, but then has to dash back, and then they are just going to all spam this smoke and find this first kill, as we will see right there. Zumba just running in and finds that first kill. So they get the first kill and they get in onto the site. The Phoenix wall shepherds them across. Look at that. Phoenix being used in the year 2022. They get the spike down. We end up in a 4v5 retake, and we're going to see some really actually good utility usage. This is the second round, so obviously they lost and force bought into it, because of course they did. So in we go. We get a Sage slow down there, but we get a really nice aftershock. King's going to find this first kill with a Sheriff, and then we're going to see some really nice flashes out of King, as well as Han gets a kill there. But there's the first flash. Aftershock in response, but we're going to get a second flash as well, which, look at that, these flashes that go here from the Breach, really effective at dealing with this, and you know, really did catch these people off guard. Then what's going to happen is, although Flash, as he swings around, just catches the Breach, manages to get that kill as well, and then a really nice stun from King. Like, literally all of his utility did work, and whilst that's going on, we've also then got the Phoenix. Yes, the Phoenix flash round this corner onto this chamber, and the chamber, as you will now see, is blind for when this Phoenix comes around the corner, gets that kill. The Phoenix coming in absolutely big. Actually, the Phoenix didn't even manage to get that kill, but did get an assist. 3 people got an assist on that kill. So at this point, it was actually not going so bad. And now let's come to round 6, which is just a genuinely impressive round. OnSlayers had been taking a couple rounds a bit slower, but kept losing after doing it, so they decided, okay, in round 6, let's just go back to just going fast, and you'll see that this actually looks pretty good on the whole. They send the early Breach stun down there, the Neon starts running in with it. They send in the Neon ult, we got this Astra suck and Sage slow behind it though, so this Neon can't really progress. However, we get the Breach ult on this side of the site right there, and then we're going to get a lot of utility that comes in onto the other side as well, as you will now see, and this Astra just gets hit by a ton of different things, as you'll see. So Reyna flash comes in, Aftershock comes in, so they can't hide behind the box. In comes Neon stuns. We're about to get a Phoenix flash as well, right? This Astra was just absolutely bombarded. Eventually God Dead comes through with the Neon ult, gets that kill, and then we're going to get a Phoenix wall, as you see right there, just to shepherd everyone else across. In comes another Neon stun, gets another kill. We're going to get the Breach ult coming in as well, but look at this molly that's about to come in from the Phoenix, lands right at the feet, that, you know, really damages this Breach as they're trying to run through, and so that Breach dies pretty quick as well. Then we're going to get a kill onto this chamber as the smoke fades right there, nice Neon wall in there as well. And yeah, it was a crazy round, as you can kind of see, as they pick up the last kill, all chasing for it as well. But I think it just goes to show, to an extent, you know, you can make any comp work if you know, kind of play to its strengths and just bombard your opponent with utility. You can still find some success. Now let's come to round 8, and I really like this round, because everyone knows that the Phoenix utility is, you know, pretty terrible anyway, so why not just use Phoenix as a kind of one-man fake tool? You know, why not do that? So we send it, this was kind of their default look, which is quite funny to say, because they've got like the 3 in the middle here, and then just a Reyna and a Phoenix like on each of the other sides. You just might have seen this Reyna flash in here to try and clear this early space. Yeah, we end up with this Phoenix, yeah, towards this B side, and you see, here we go. We're going to get the Phoenix ult up with the ult orb, and in goes the Phoenix, right? No one is even really near this Phoenix, but he's going to bait out quite a bit of utility. The Astra suck comes in there. Breach Aftershock comes in. He just waits, right? Puts up the Phoenix wall. He just waits, flashes through it. Does die straight away, but the crucial thing here is that whilst all that's gone on, 4 people have been dragged over to this B side to try and deal with this Phoenix. But now this Reyna is about to get a very crucial kill as she was finding this chamber. You see the chamber does see the Reyna, but very good reposition from Bazzi, sneaking back out, peeking back out, finds that first kill, and now it's just a very fast rotate towards the A side instead, as everyone had rotated towards B to try and deal with that Phoenix. They get in on towards this A site. They get the smokes up towards heaven. They find that kill there. The breach comes peeking out of the smoke, does get one, but gets traded. And we end up in this very nice little 4v1 scenario for the side of OnSlayers. And they're going to find this last kill as well. And that's the thing, right? Use the Phoenix as a bait, because his utility is so bad anyway that it's not really going to have an impact, but he can drag rotations, and that is pretty much what they did here. Found the kill on the other side of the map, and you win the round. But now let's come to the defensive side, and as you might expect, they don't really have too much in the way of delaying potential here, do OnSlayers. So in come well, GameStar, they managed to get in onto the site early. They are going to manage to find like that random kill on the breach there, but one thing they can do is retake and go and do that pretty quickly, as you will see, because they group up here towards ramp and they just decide to go. The spike is just being planted now. The spike doesn't go down until they're actually already in onto the site. Zumba finds this kill here on the Sage way before that Sage is really ready for it, and so they just get in super fast already, as you can see. You know, they feel very confident in doing so. I mean, this Neon and the Brim are already like deep in onto the site by the time, like, you know, these players are just getting into position after planting the spike, and they just create a ton of pressure very early on. And then what's going to happen is we're going to find the chamber down towards the site here. We get this kill here on the chamber. The Jet is going to be able to kill the Brim, but this Neon gets so deep so quick that they're going to be able to get the kind of surprise factor and manage to get this kill as well, as you can see there from the Neon. So they get that kill, and then all of a sudden the Astra's in a 4v1 again, and they manage to get that kill. So sure, whilst this comp, sure, you're not going to be able to hold the site that easily. Retaking the site you can do very quickly, as we saw there, and they managed to make it work. And now let's come to one of the most bizarre, funniest pro game rounds you will probably ever see, and that is round number 17, because this round just takes a bizarro turn at some point, as you will see. So we get a fast early kind of mid pressure from the side of World GameStar. They come up in towards B Heaven. They want to do a bit of a B split here, but they get delayed by the smoke, and the Phoenix Molly goes down on the floor, so they definitely can't push that, as you all are aware. So they actually break their own Sage wall here and are going to re-explore as if they might go back towards vents and hope that you know, might drag some rotations and whatnot. And actually does. The Phoenix, as you can see from the top of the map, does go back there as they drop into vents and then try to come back. The thing is, though, OnSlayers just pushed. They just pushed and retook Heaven completely and caught Godlike there pretty off guard. They do end up in a 1-for-1 trade, but now we're about to enter the Bizarro world, okay? Because they're going to stick with their idea of doing this B split. Right, the Sage is going to come back here. They're going to breach ult towards Heaven. You've got the 2 players coming in there. So that's what their plan is. And let's see how that goes for them. And whatever happens here is just wild, because this Brim gets ulted, and this Sage is right here, and this breach is right here. But somehow this happens, where Zumba can't see. He's in the breach ult, and he just gets 2 kills, and the spike goes down. They actually managed to get the kill on the B site player. But now we're in a 2v3, and it keeps getting weirder, because we get this 500 IQ lineup from the Brim that hits the wall and clears this corner. Whilst that's going on, we get a trade in Heaven. We get this Phoenix flash, and the Phoenix is just spraying down wildly as well. As I said, this is like one of the wildest rounds you'll ever see. And then the Brim actually plays this 1v1 really well, because this chamber obviously expects the Brim to be somewhere near the spike. But the Brim, realizing the time, knows that they have to go to B, has his ult, knows that he has to plant on this side. So ult's in the only positions that they could have planted in, because they can't be that deep in onto the site with that little time left, and manages to win the round. So whilst, yes, that Brim did do, you know, a 5 million IQ lineup there to clear that corner, they did make up for it with that very good 1v1 play and won the round for OnSlayers. But of course they wouldn't manage to win this game, so let's come to the final round and see what really was going on in this game for the majority of the time. And it's this, right? We get this very early breach ult here on into the site, and this Neon, unfortunately, is absolutely screwed. And and so they're going to find the first kill onto the Neon with a Jet dashing in. They managed to get that kill, and we end up in a 4v5. And then Godlike is going to play around this smoke extremely well here to manage to get this first kill onto TS there, and then just slip away into the night. The crossfire comes in from the ramp side as well from the Astra. They do die eventually to King there, but then the Astra is going to manage to get King as well, and we end up in a nice little 4v1. The Brim does manage to win that fight, but still 3v1, and unfortunately for OnSlayers, it just wasn't to be with this comp. I mean, getting 8 rounds on the whole, they did lose both pistols as well. You know, it's not that bad of an effort, to be honest. So yeah, they did pretty well considering the circumstances, but yeah, we just bait a little bit there for this chamber to get that final kill, and they would obviously lose the game, but I'm sure they had a lot of fun in the meantime.